Cookbook for the Universe. Section 7 Ex Nihilo, Out of Nothing. In the vast and infinite expanse of the cosmos, where philosophy and science converge, lies the enigmatic concept of ex nihilo, Latin for out of nothing. This profound idea challenges the foundations of human understanding, urging us to question the very fabric of reality. It is not merely an abstract notion, but a bridge between ancient philosophical insights and modern scientific principles, offering a unified framework to explore existence, creation, and evolution. At its core, ex nihilo is a lens through which we perceive the interconnected processes that govern the universe. It posits that creation is not a singular act but a continuous and iterative cycle of transformation. Within this cycle, symmetry, conservation, and dimensional evolution work in concert, shaping all things from the emergence of particles to the grand dance of galaxies. It is through this framework that the universe, as a dynamic and harmonious system, becomes comprehensible. By Ryan Carl Daly 1. Aka, Essay on Relative Gravity to Describe the Mechanics of the Universe. 7.1 The Delta Phenomenon, Creation and Cycles. Central to the concept of ex nihilo is the delta phenomenon, a revolutionary paradigm that explains the order of chaos in the universe. This phenomenon describes how all things, forces, dimensions, and particles derive their essence from interconnected cycles of time and dimension. The delta phenomenon redefines singularities, not as isolated events, but as interconnected processes that drive the transformation and evolution of the cosmos. Ex nihilo introduces the multidimensional framework of existence, focusing on how forces, dimensions, and time interact. It sets the stage for understanding the universe as a dynamic and relational system, where all phenomena are interconnected through shared principles and structures. The principles of the delta phenomenon include symmetry, the guiding thread that ensures coherence across scales; interconnectedness, emphasizing that entities are never isolated but woven into the continuum of the universe; dimensional evolution, where singularities act as dynamic points of transformation, propelling the universe's development. These principles challenge traditional views of singularities and instead present a universe that evolves through iterative cycles, guided by harmony and balance. By Ryan Carl Daly 2. Cookbook for the Universe. 7.2 Philosophical and Scientific Integration. Ex nihilo bridges the gap between the abstract and the measurable, drawing on philosophical traditions such as Heraclitus' assertion that all things come out of the one and the scientific rigor of Einstein's theories of relativity. It expands these ideas by introducing the dimension of time as the central axis of existence. Time, as envisioned in this framework, is not linear but a dynamic continuum that enables the interplay between dimensions, forces, and entities. This integration lays the groundwork for applying philosophical principles to scientific inquiry, culminating in frameworks like the uniform relative force (URF) and relative gravity. By uniting these realms, ex nihilo offers a cohesive narrative that transcends traditional boundaries, redefining how we understand the origins and mechanics of the universe. 7.3 Time and the Symphony of Origins. By Ryan Carl Daly 3. Aka, Essay on Relative Gravity to Describe the Mechanics of the Universe. Time is central to the vision of ex nihilo, serving as the generative force from which all dimensions arise. It mediates potential and being, unfolding into vectors that guide the emergence of energy and matter. Through iterative progression, time creates complexity, stabilizing dimensions and aligning vectors to form the building blocks of the universe. This symphonic interplay is reflected in the delta phenomenon, where particles and forces emerge as expressions of symmetry within chaos. Each note in this cosmic symphony contributes to a melody of interconnected existence, revealing a universe that is not static but vibrantly dynamic and harmonious. 7.4 Vectors, Derivatives, and Singularities. Within the dynamic progression of time, vectors emerge as mediators of transformation, guiding potential energy into structured forms. These vectors are not arbitrary but harmonically aligned, shaping the evolution of entities and dimensions. Singularities, far from being anomalies, are genesis points where time and energy converge, giving rise to galaxies, stars, and particles. This redefinition of singularities as dynamic manifolds emphasizes their role in the cosmos' creation and evolution, bridging the abstract and tangible through harmonic interactions. By Ryan Carl Daly 4. Cookbook for the Universe. 7.5 Harmonics and Interconnected Systems. Harmonics serve as the connective tissue of the universe, linking scales from the quantum to the cosmic. The harmonic mean, as explored in relative gravity, represents the resonance that sustains systems, ensuring their coherence and stability. From black holes functioning as energy hubs to galaxies as dynamic harmonic systems, the principles of harmonics illuminate the interconnectedness of all phenomena. This harmonic resonance extends to solar systems, which embody localized expressions of these cosmic principles. Together, these systems reflect the universal interconnectedness that defines the cosmos. By Orion Carl Daly 5. Aka. Essay on Relative Gravity to Describe the Mechanics of the Universe. 7.6 The Emergence of Particles and Forces. As dimensions stabilize and vectors align, particles and forces emerge through the delta phenomenon. These entities are not static. They evolve through processes of abstraction, synthesis, and replication. This iterative development bridges the gap between singularities and structured reality, illustrating the relational and dynamic nature of creation. By Orion Carl Daly 6. Cookbook for the Universe. 7.7 A Unified Vision. Why the Cookbook for the Universe? Ex Nihilo serves as the philosophical and scientific foundation for the Cookbook for the Universe. This work is more than a theoretical discourse. It is a transformative journey that links the abstract roots of Ex Nihilo with the measurable principles of relative gravity. It offers a unified narrative integrating ancient wisdom with modern science. Practical insights explaining the forces, dimensions, and entities that shape the cosmos. A vision for the future, blending classical and contemporary paradigms into a cohesive framework for understanding existence. Through the Cookbook for the Universe, readers are invited to reimagine the cosmos as an interconnected, evolving system. By weaving together the profound insights of Ex Nihilo with the rigorous mechanics of relative gravity, this work provides an elegant and expansive vision of creation. It is an invitation to explore the infinite possibilities of existence, where science and philosophy converge to illuminate the mysteries of the universe. By Orion Carl Daly 7. Aka. Essay on Relative Gravity to Describe the Mechanics of the Universe. 7.8 Detailed Narratives of Supporting Concepts. 7.8.1 The concept of the essence. The essence is considered the foundational truth or fundamental nature from which all phenomena derive. It represents the unchanging and universal quality that underlies the diversity of forms and interactions in existence. This concept establishes that the universe, in its entirety, is not a random collection of unrelated entities, but rather an expression of a singular essence, interconnected and bound by shared principles. The essence operates as the core unifier, acting as the source of the inherent symmetry, conservation, and dynamics observed throughout all levels of reality. 7.8.2 The Model of Unification. The model of unification described is a theoretical structure that aligns and harmonizes disparate forces, dimensions, and phenomena into a single, cohesive framework. It achieves this by reducing complexity through abstraction and synthesis, highlighting the fundamental properties shared by all systems. This model does not merely explain isolated phenomena, but reveals the relationships that bind them, offering a pathway to unify classical mechanics, relativity, and quantum theory under one overarching principle. 7.8.3 Normalized View of an Entity. A normalized view of an entity redefines the way we perceive individual objects or phenomena. Instead of isolating them as standalone units, this perspective places entities within their relational and dynamic contexts. An entity has properties such as mass, energy, and dimension are normalized to reflect its role within a greater system. This perspective accounts for how entities interact with others and their environment, emphasizing their dependence on shared forces, resonant frequencies, and dimensional frameworks. 7.8.4 Principles of Unification. The delta phenomenon. The delta phenomenon encapsulates the principles of unification, serving as the mechanism by which all entities and systems evolve. It describes a cyclic process where differentiation and synthesis interact to create new expressions of order. The phenomenon governs the transformations within the universe, maintaining consistency while allowing for diversity and complexity to emerge in harmony. 7.8.5 The Principles of the Delta Phenomenon. The principles underlying the delta phenomenon include symmetry, conservation, and the iterative nature of evolution. These principles dictate how entities transition from one state to another while maintaining a balance within their respective systems. They provide the rules for how forces and dimensions interact, ensuring that the processes of creation and transformation adhere to a coherent structure. By Orion Carl Daly 8. Cookbook for the Universe. 7.8.6 Examples and applications of the delta phenomenon span a wide range of contexts, from subatomic interactions to cosmic dynamics. For instance, the stability of atomic structures reflects the phenomenon's ability to balance forces, while the formation of galaxies showcases its capacity to harmonize complex systems. These applications demonstrate the phenomenon's universality and its ability to bridge scales. 7.8.7 The relationship of the principle. The principle governs the relationships between entities, ensuring that their interactions adhere to the laws of symmetry and conservation. This relationship is not merely mechanical but dynamic, shaped by the entity's relative positions, energies, and resonant frequencies. By emphasizing relational dynamics, the principle reveals how systems achieve coherence and balance. 7.8.8 Accounting for symmetry. Symmetry is integral to the functioning of the universe, ensuring consistency and order. Accounting for symmetry involves recognizing the invariance of certain properties under transformation, such as time or dimensional shifts. Symmetry not only preserves the integrity of systems but also allows for their evolution in predictable and harmonious ways. 7.8.9 A look at dimension. Dimensions serve as the scaffolding for interactions, providing the spatial and temporal framework within which entities evolve. This section explores how dimensions are not static but dynamic, influencing and being influenced by the entities and forces they contain. 7.8.10 Time and dimension. Time and dimension are inseparable in defining the universe as structure. Time acts as the medium for evolution, while dimensions provide the structure for interactions. Together, they govern the relational dynamics of entities, ensuring their coherence within a larger system. 7.8.11 From the standpoint of matter. From matter's perspective, time is the medium through which change occurs. It connects past states to future possibilities, enabling matter to evolve and interact within dimensions. 7.8.12 From the standpoint of time. Time itself is a dynamic construct, influenced by the energy and motion of entities. It is not uniform but varies depending on the context, reflecting the relational nature of existence. By Ryan Carl Daly 9. Aka. Essay on Relative Gravity to describe the mechanics of the universe. 7.8.13 From the standpoint of variance. Variance in time and dimension reveals the dynamic and nonlinear aspects of the universe. This perspective highlights how forces and entities adapt to their context, creating diverse yet coherent interactions. 7.8.14 Why the dimension of time. Time is essential for understanding the evolution of systems. It provides a continuum that connects events and entities, allowing for the manifestation of relationships and changes over scale. 7.8.15 The dimension of time. Time is a derivative property shaped by the interplay of energy, force, and dimension. It governs the evolution of entities, ensuring continuity and coherence within the universe. 7.8.16 A definition for singularities. Singularities are dynamic manifolds, not isolated points. They represent the concentrated interaction of time, dimension, and force, offering insight into the underlying principles of existence. 7.8.17 About the beginning and end of time. Time, within this framework, is not bound by a definitive beginning or end. Instead, it is cyclical, forming an infinite continuum. This challenges the linear perspective of time, presenting it as an evolving and interconnected dimension where every moment is both a consequence of the past and a foundation for the future. 7.8.18 The dynamics of Principle 2. Principle 2 explores how entities interact within the dimension of time, emphasizing relationships driven by relative force. These dynamics reveal how systems achieve equilibrium and evolve through cycles of energy exchange, creating harmony within apparent chaos. 7.8.19 Expressed volition. Expressed volition refers to the manifestation of potential energy into observable action. It highlights how entities, through their interactions, demonstrate intent and purpose, contributing to the overall evolution of the system. 7.8.20 Characteristics of a continuum. A continuum is characterized by its infinite and unbroken nature. It provides the framework within which forces, dimensions, and entities interact seamlessly. This continuity ensures the preservation of symmetry and conservation across all scales of existence. By Ryan Carl Daly 10. Cookbook for the Universe. 7.8.21 The expression of linear time and reference of coincidence. Linear time represents a simplified, sequential perspective of events, while the reference of coincidence introduces a relational aspect, where interactions between entities define shared moments. Together, they provide a dual perspective on time, balancing order and relativity. 7.8.22 Linear expression. Linear expression is the straightforward representation of time and motion, where cause and effect follow a direct path. While useful for simplification, it is only one aspect of the broader, dynamic nature of time. 7.8.23 Stratas of expression. The stratas of expression explore the layers within time and dimension. These layers range from fundamental forces at the quantum level to complex systems at the cosmic scale, each contributing to the overall structure of the universe. 7.8.24 The expressed spectrum. The expressed spectrum captures the totality of interactions and phenomena across time and dimensions. It represents the full range of possibilities, from subtle quantum events to grand cosmic motions, all unified within the continuum. 7.8.25 Overview. This section introduces the concept of natural order, exploring how chaos and symmetry coexist to drive evolution. It provides a lens to examine the forces that govern both everyday phenomena and cosmic dynamics. 7.8.26 The natural order of chaos. Chaos, far from being random, is governed by underlying principles that ensure balance and harmony. The natural order reveals how seemingly disordered systems achieve stability through cycles of transformation and conservation. 7.8.27 Causality of force and consequent evolution. Forces drive the evolution of systems by creating relationships between entities. Causality ensures that every interaction has a purpose, contributing to the larger pattern of development and balance within the universe. 7.8.28 Expressions of natural order and consequent evolution in everyday life. Natural order is visible in everyday phenomena, such as the growth of plants, weather patterns, and human interactions. These expressions demonstrate the universality of the principles governing evolution, connecting the mundane to the cosmic. By Orion Carl Daly 11. Aka, Essay on Relative Gravity to describe the mechanics of the universe. 7.8.29 Subtle expressions of spontaneity in natural order. Spontaneity within natural order highlights the dynamic and adaptive nature of systems. These subtle expressions reveal how entities respond to their environment in ways that maintain harmony and evolution. 7.8.30 Darwin and others on natural order. Darwin's theories of evolution align with the natural order, emphasizing adaptation and survival as mechanisms for harmony and balance. Other thinkers contribute to this understanding by exploring how natural forces shape development across scales. 7.8.31 Forced order. Forced order describes systems where external pressures or constraints drive evolution. While seemingly disruptive, these forces often lead to new levels of stability and harmony, demonstrating the resilience of natural order. 7.8.32 Consequent evolution. Consequent evolution is the process by which systems adapt and transform over time, guided by natural forces and the principles of symmetry. This iterative process ensures the continuity and development of the universe. 7.8.33 Symmetry in the natural order of evolution. Symmetry plays a central role in evolution, ensuring that changes occur in a balanced and harmonious manner. This principle underpins the coherence and predictability of systems as they evolve. 7.8.34 Alignment with the laws of conservation and the principles of harmonics. Natural order aligns with the laws of conservation, ensuring that energy and matter are preserved even as they transform. Harmonics further guide these transformations, creating patterns that reflect the universe's inherent symmetry. 7.8.35 The fifth element, in addressing the evolutionary path of the all. The fifth element represents the integrative force that unites the classical elements and drives the evolutionary path of the entire system. It is the unifying principle that governs the development and balance of all entities. 7.8.36 Theories of natural order and consequent evolution in the universe. Theories of natural order explain how forces and dimensions interact to shape the universe. They provide a framework for understanding the development of systems, from the quantum to the cosmic scale. By Orion Carl Daly 12. Cookbook for the Universe. 7.8.37 Weinberg in summary. Weinberg's contributions offer insights into the unification of forces and the principles governing the universe. His work aligns with the natural order, emphasizing the interplay between symmetry, conservation, and evolution. 7.8.38 About the inverse square law. The inverse square law describes how force diminishes with distance, ensuring balance and harmony in interactions. This principle governs gravitational, electromagnetic, and other forces, reflecting the universal nature of natural order. 7.8.39 Harmonics and contemporary theory. Harmonics bridge classical and modern theories, providing a unifying perspective on the interplay of forces. Contemporary theory builds on these principles to explore the dynamic relationships that shape the universe. 7.8.40 The evolutionary path of scientific theory. Scientific theory evolves in parallel with the natural order, reflecting humanity's growing understanding of the universe. Each advancement builds on previous insights, contributing to a more unified and comprehensive framework. By Orion Carl Daly 13.